Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom deadline stream for Game Week 24. A very exciting game week ahead of double Game Week 25. Obviously, a lot of people making some big moves. I've seen some -4s kicking about. I've seen some people rolling. I've seen some people wildcarding. There is a lot going off in today's stream. As always, we will be answering as many of your guys' questions throughout the stream, and we will be doing team reviews as well. So if you want your team rating by me, leave it under my pinned tweet at FPLTom_. If you leave it under that pinned tweet, then I will review your team a little bit later on and try and give you the best advice possible. I can already see we've got some regulars kicking about in both chats. Elias, a turkey in a bush. Seb, how we doing, guys? Katie, Josh as well in the TikTok chat. Early Man City team news. Hopefully we should get some of that. We've got some really good City team leakers, so we should get some of that throughout the stream at some point. But yeah, I'll keep you guys informed when we do go and get that. Kaka has said good morning as well. Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Nunes or Saka for FPL? I probably would go Nunes, to be honest. I'm just finishing my breakfast as well. I'm not being rude. I'm just finishing my breakfast. I woke up a little bit later. Who are you captaining? I'm captaining Salah currently. Not Salah. Haaland. What the hell am I chatting? Good morning, Paul. You are an ultra, mate. You are here every week. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that, man. I knew Alex you'd be in here. Like, I was looking back for the guy. I was like, who did I tell not to put Cunha in for? Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. It just goes that way sometimes. Ronan just took a huge shit, so I appreciate that, Ronan. Bench Garnacho last week gave me depression. I feel that vibe. I do feel that vibe. I did the exact same thing. Hey, Saint Ledger, how you doing, man? What time is it over there? Seb's asked, start two of Foden, Richie or Palmer. I mean, Crystal Palace are a little bit of a mess at the moment, so I probably would go Palmer and Foden. I mean, I'm just getting people in here from last week's mistakes where I told them not to do something. It goes that way sometimes. Yeah, Son's back. Son's fully back. Who have Bournemouth got this week? Good question. Alright, guys, I'm a little bit hazy this morning. We're just finishing off the banana, and then we're diving straight into things. Like I said, do keep your questions coming in. Bournemouth got Fulham. Probably Porro out of all those. Jesus, Lamptey or Gusto? Probably Gusto. Is Salah and Son back? No, Salah's still injured and going to miss this week. Son should be back. Top three captaincy choices? Good question. Probably number one's got to be Haaland. Then probably Foden. Then maybe Diego Jota, in my personal opinion. What shirt is that next to the Dortmund? That one right there is a Mansfield shirt. That is who I support. So there you go. Captain, probably Haaland this week, especially if we get early team news and we know he's definitely playing. Blimey, the chats are flying off this morning, guys. Do keep your questions coming in. I will try and stay on top as best I can. If you're on TikTok as well and want to come over to the YouTube stream, that would be appreciated as we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers over on the channel. The chat moves a little bit slower as well, and I can scroll back and read through as many questions as I possibly can. But yeah, do keep the questions coming in, guys. Like I said as well, we will be doing a team review a little bit later. So if you want to get your team reviewed at FPLTom_, leave it under the pinned tweet. That is the best thing that you can do there. Should I bring in Jota or Saka in for Son? No, I probably wouldn't, especially with the double game weeks coming up. Yes, there is apparently an illness or a virus or a bug going around the Liverpool camp. We'll see what happens there. Right, what's kicking off in the YouTube chat? What questions have I missed? Already thinking about next week. What's your thoughts about playing Pinnock for the double game week? Yeah, he's got 2 games. Whether or not he's going to keep 2 clean sheets is a different situation. Bring in Doherty or Burn? Probably Doherty. 10 p.m. Still 0 what to do. Stenhouse Mirror, don't make mistakes. Next week, I'm planning on getting rid of João Pedro. Should I go for Adebayo, Darwizzy, or Tony? I mean, Darwizzy and Adebayo blank, so it depends what the rest of your team's looking like for that week. But all of them are really good shouts. Probably Darwizzy's got the highest ceiling there. Paul has asked Hwang or Neto. I probably prefer Hwang, just for the fact he's on penalties. Morning, David. Is it worth taking a -4 to get a team with a 3-4-3 formation in Game Week 26? I have enough players to set up for a 4-3-3. Depends what the rest of your team's looking like. It doesn't really make sense on formation. It's more about the players you've got. Any updates on Gordon? Yeah, he's not going to play. He hasn't trained, so he's not going to play this week. Thinking of going Gordon to Jota this week? Yeah, I rate that. I do rate that. Richarlison cap against Brighton or nah? I mean, the only problem with going Richarlison is obviously Son's back, so I do think that could potentially limit some of his minutes. That's the only concern I would have there. Captain Jota and Vice Haaland, I think it's definitely a shout. Like, Jota is in a purple patch at the moment. Burnley at home, any other week, it's a good fixture. Really, really good fixture. Did you see what happened to Elise? He's no longer the triple captain shout. Yeah, I get that one. Hey, TPS player, how you doing, man? What's your question saying? If this one will just piss off. I might get a third asset in Game Week 25. Go for it, man. Go for it. It's a really good double city you've got. Then a good fixture in 26 as well. So you know, you're not in a rush to take them out. Should I bring in Walker for Porro this game week or next game week? I still have one transfer. Done Bowen to Jota. Yeah, I think that makes sense, Mr. Blanky. Hey there today. I won't miss your advice like last time. Hey, Pranav. Yeah, hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. Clowney get battered everywhere they do. They do indeed. It was like, I love it. I absolutely love it. How am I planning on using my chips? Pretty confident next week's going to be the triple captain on Haaland. Then the week after, nothing. Game week 29, I think we should be fine. So probably game week 30 wild card, and then depending on the doubles, a bench boost, and then maybe a free hit in 34 and 37. That's the current way I'm thinking at the moment, but that could very easily change. What's your opinions on Mansfield Town? Best club in the world? What a dumb question. Like I said, guys, if you are on TikTok and want to come over to the YouTube stream, I will be showcasing my team and we'll be doing the team reviews a little bit later. So if you want to leave those as well under my pinned tweet at FPLTom_, and you will get your team reviewed. Right, I think we should go and take a look at my team, to be honest. How did I get on last week? Terrible. We bench Garnacho. Not good. Not good. I think I fell like 100 and something rank. Not good. Not good. But, right, this is my team for this week. Currently, we have already made our one free transfer. We took out Colwell. And we brought in Doherty ahead of the doubles. Well, the two doubles coming up and the blank. But a really good fixture this week as well. Sheffield United at home. I think he could be a very, very good player to go for this week, to be honest. The data that he's been putting up as well, the attacking returns he's getting, has been pretty saucy, if I don't mind saying. The rest of the team, pretty much as you were from last week. Gabriel, Trent, Garnacho, Bowen, De Bruyne, Palmer, Watkins, Solanke, and Haaland with the armband. In terms of the bench, I mean, there really isn't one, is there? Turner, he's lost his spot. Gordon's not going to play this week. Konza's not going to play this week. Charlie Taylor, what's his name? Company said there's been a positive encouragement. So, yeah. Matt Crooks. Who the hell is Matt Crooks? Am I going to be offended by this? Matt Crooks. I look like him. Matt Crooks. Matt Crooks. Fucking hell. I don't know whether or not to say that as a compliment or an insult. Thoughts on Bailey as a differential? I mean, his per 90 data is absolutely ridiculous. But, like, his minutes are just not secured. Not secured at all. Yeah, this is how we're currently looking. There might be a minus involved. We might get Anthony Gordon out. And my current thought process is for a Wolves player. Now, that might sound a bit, like, mental. I mean, Jota's also in there. But with, like, the leaks, I'm not 100% confident. But what that move allows me to do is then have Hwang or Neto in for Sheffield United against 26 a little bit further later down the line. So that could be an option. Could also be an option in a few weeks' time as well. How come you not put Jota in? Is there a reason for it? I mean, mainly down to the fact that I've got other areas to consider. Like if I didn't make a transfer this week at the back, I just wouldn't have had a full defence. I'd have had 2 playing defenders. And you know what? Palmer's still doing pretty well. KDB I'm happy with. Garnacho obviously did extremely well last week. Bowen is Bowen. And with I think West Ham are now going to play in 29 off the top of my head. Gross, Estepinian, start or bench versus Spurs? Probably bench. Up the Stags, let's go. Yeah, I love that. Right, what questions have we had in the YouTube chat? We did that one. Hey, mate, can you please tell me what to do with this team? Goalkeeper Dubravka, Porro, Estepinian, Saliba, mid, Palmer, Saka, De Bruyne, Richarlison, Foden. Attack, Haaland and Watkins with 1 free transfer. I can't see who's on your bench. But realistically, maybe Roll. I think the team's in a pretty strong place. If you wanted to get rid of Estepinian, that's probably the one player I would get rid of. Seems like he's not in favour at the moment, so he'd probably be the one. Best Aston Villa defender. Now Moreno's minutes are under threat with Digne return. It's a tough one, that. It is a real tough one. I mean, obviously you got Diego Carlos, but again, his minutes aren't really secure either. Like, it's just a bit ropey at the back at the moment for Villa. And I think with that Konza injury, that's going to be a huge, huge effect on their defensive numbers. Let's have a look. Piss off. I don't want to see. I don't want to go live with people. It's not what this stream's about. Pau Torres, I think he's back and fully fit, so he's probably the one. He's probably the one to go for. In game week 26, 7-ish, who do I take Jota out for? Richarlison? Probably Son at that point. Probably Son. Or Wolves players, they've got a really nice run. 26 as well, they've got Sheffield United. Should we have Son when we wildcard with the tricky Spurs fixtures and good premiums like KDB returning? Depends when you wildcard in. Obviously, the Spurs fixtures do tail off towards like the latter end of the season, so probably not. -12 for Gordon, Konza, Tsimikas out, Bell, Barkley and Trent in. Thinking of a -4 for KDB to Foden if any news says he's bench. Am I risking too much? I think the -12's a bit extreme, but I get it. Everyone's not playing, so you're getting players in. So I don't hate it. I just, yeah, I can never get on board with like heavy minuses, but I think that should be fine. George Kent has said Jota TC might be low-key better than Haaland TC. We'll have to wait and see, my friend. Bench Bowen or Gross? I've got a weird feeling, right? I genuinely have a weird feeling this week that Bowen will score. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. So I'd bench Gross. Are any of the other Man City mids worth considering from the double outside of Foden and KDB? Considering Rodri, but it feels very uninspiring. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else I'd probably gamble on, to be honest. Will you risk KDB? He's a 50-50 start and you have no bench. I mean, we're going to probably get early team news. And if we get team news that KDB's benched, we're probably going to have to take a -4 to go get Jota in. Best Pedro replacements under 7 million. Good question. I mean, there's obviously the big cheap option who's escaping my mind from Luton. Carlton Morris is back on the menu as well, if you fancy Carlton Morris season version 2. Who else have we got here? Cunha's always a safe bet now. Adebayo, pretty decent shout, to be honest. Neil Maupay, if you want to go for that route. The biggest troll in football history. Who to bench, Gusto or Gabriel, the centre-back? Probably Gusto. Risk benching Garnacho again because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. 100%. Gusto to Doherty for a -4? Probably not. Transfer out Solanke or Watkins for Darwin. Yeah, that's probably the route that people are going this week. I think that's fine. Hey Josh, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. Is it good I put Darwin and Watkins on forward since I can't afford Haaland? I mean, the fact that you can't afford Haaland is mental. Yeah, I feel you need to go get Haaland, especially if he slaps next week. Jota captain thoughts. Yeah, I definitely think he could be a player that could get the armband for a lot of people this week if you don't fancy going up against Gandhi. Is it worth re-hitting in 26 if you have too many blanks? Definitely. There's some really tasty fixtures in there. Like I said, Wolves have got Sheffield United. You've obviously got Newcastle have got a strong fixture as well. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Do you reckon Rasmus bags? Probably, but I don't think he's worth it going for him at the moment. I think there's better options with better fixtures coming up. Yes, I am doing team reviews. We'll do those in a little while. We'll get a good selection of those in. Do you know if Zinchenko is starting? I'll go and have a look, mate. Is Big Willie a good shout? No. I'm good. That's what I like to hear. Should I take a -4 this week for Haaland? Yes. There you go. Should I replace Bowen with Neto or Juan He Chan? Probably Chan. Like, obviously he's just come back, but I do think he'll go straight back into that team. He was so good prior to the Asian Cup, on penalties as well, so just got that little bit extra over Neto. But if you want that security of like no potential benching headaches, then probably go for Neto. Do I have Jota in my team? No, I don't. Chan won't start. I mean, I think he will. Captain pick? I think it's Haaland this week, to be honest, guys. I think it's Haaland. Jota's probably up there as the second. Start Solanke or Palmer? Probably Palmer at the moment. Adebayo and Nunes, or Adebayo and Doherty, or Nunes and Trent. Probably Nunes and Trent, let's be real. Over two Luton boys, probably those two. But the way FPL is going at the moment, the Luton boys will probably outperform them. Start Garnacho or He-Chan? Probably He-Chan. Would you captain Foden ahead of Haaland? Probably not. Jamie's saying Juan won't start this week. Let's go and have a look what Draft Hound are saying. If Draft Hound are saying Juan's not going to start, then probably go Neto, guys. Right. Where is it? Predicted lineups. Someone asked me about Zinchenko. He's not in this predicted lineup. Where's Wolves? Down the bottom. Oh, yeah, they don't have him, to be fair. All right. That changes my mind a little bit. Ooh, bit of Inception. Don't need that one. But yeah, there you go. Neto, Cunha, Sarabia will start free. Fair enough. Fair enough, Jamie. And Draft Hound agrees with you. So, there we go. Good morning, Anton. How are you doing, man? Will there be early team news? With City being the early kickoff, you would expect so. That was Draft Hound. There's a link to that in the description. Diaz or Jota as captain? Probably go Jota. Tony, Watkins or Nunes? Probably Tony and Watkins. Would you rather have Voller or who? Who the hell are these? Oh, Rijkaard. 100%. Couldn't see it. There was like a little pop-up in the way. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we are on our way to 5,000 subscribers. If you're on the TikTok stream as well and want to come over to the YouTube chat, my team is on screen currently. When we start reviewing your guys' teams as well a little bit later on, you will get to see them. And you get to see my beautiful face in a different angle. What's not to like? Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Bring in Alex Moreno, Shaw or Botman. I like Shaw, you know. I do really like Shaw as a differential pick, you know. Got a lot of time for that. United defensively aren't the best, but attacking-wise, he does seem very good. Tony or Watkins? Probably with the double coming up, probably have to say Tony, slightly leaning towards that. Should I sell Solanke for Haaland? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Especially with next week, the double game week. I think you just need to have Haaland. It's not even a case of like... Yeah, if he pops off in that double game week, and a lot of people are going to have him triple captain, could be the end of your season. Doherty or Garnacho for this week? Probably Doherty. Who should I play, Porro or Gabriel? Who have Spurs got? Where's fixtures? Was stumbling around this morning. I woke up and I'm not really still woke up. I'm still here. Brighton. Who have Arsenal got? Oh, that's a toughie. Probably Ped Porro. Just. This is a bit silly, but should I spend 8 points for Haaland and Neto? It depends who the rest of the players are taking out as well. Just sent my team. Sweet. Cheers for that, FPL Aguero. Like I said, guys, if you want your team reviewing, get them sent to me at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pinned tweet, and we will review some of your guys' teams. Imagine that question 2 years ago. I know. Probably Maguire, mate. Probably Maguire. But like I said, I think if I was to go for any United defender, probably be Shaw. That João Pedro injury really destroyed my plans. Yeah, I know a lot of people that got fucked by that one. Hey Tom, can you tell me what to do with my team? Goalkeeper Alisson, defenders Saliba, Doherty and Walker. Midfield KDB captain, Xhaka, Palmer, Diego Jota and Richarlison. Forwards Darwin and Watkins. I mean, you haven't got Haaland, which is a little bit of an issue. And trying to cover him off with KDB, I don't think is going to end too well. In terms of players I would be looking to remove over the next few weeks, probably Diego Jota, probably Richarlison over the next few weeks. Those would be the two that I'd start to maybe look elsewhere with blanks coming up. Imagine that answer 2 years ago. I know. Mental. I'm taking out Foden and Solanke. Why are you taking out Foden? Don't take out Foden. There's a double. He literally just slapped and there's a double coming up. Do not take out Foden. That would be silly. Don't take Foden out. Don't take Foden out. Right, we'll do team reviews in about 10 minutes. So get them sent in, like I said, on my Twitter, at FPLTom_, if you do want your team rating. Because I can't afford him. What was your... I just can't... I think just taking out Foden would be a big travesty. Surely there's got to be other players. When am I rating teams? In about 10 minutes. We'll do team ratings in 10 minutes. I do prefer Jota over Darwin. Replacements for Gordon, probably Neto. You've obviously got Ross Barkley. Didn't think I'd be saying that one. Garnacho if you're looking for the cheaper options. More expensively, you've obviously got the likes of Foden, Jota. There's some top picks for me this week. Doherty Hall incoming this week. Let's hope so, boy. Let's hope so. Fellaini or... that's the guy from Sheffield United, isn't it? Why are we picking those two players? Jota or Trent? Probably prefer Jota over Trent. Trent's having a little bit of a stinker at the moment. Do I start Colwell or Zinchenko this week? I don't want to take a -4. I mean, looking at the predicted lineups, it didn't look like that Zinchenko was going to start. And then I think Colwell's still out injured as well. Hey up, Tom. Who's your secondary captain? Shout out to Palmer. Adebayo, Jota or captain. Needs to make up points after 2 stinkers. And I don't fancy Haaland. If you don't fancy Haaland, probably Jota, I would say, is probably one of the ones up there. Palmer as well, always a really good shout. Crystal Palace, no more Gahey. Little bit of kind of, forms out the window for them as well. Not keen on Roy at the moment, are they? Should I replace Jota then for Foden? No, I probably wouldn't do that. I think that's a little bit sideways. I think I'd prefer to have Foden over Jota at the moment. Just. What's your chip strategy? Probably going to be triple captain next week, wildcard in 30 or 31, free hit or bench boost in 34 or 37. 28 might come into factors, but we'll see what happens. Lovely bench that. You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing. I thought, you know what? We might bench boost with this bad boy. 1 free transfer this week. Looking at maybe Bowen out. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that's fine. There's a lot of obviously good players kicking about. Jota, Foden. I rate it. Start Gordon over Douglas Luiz and hope for the best. No, Gordon's not going to play. Schlupp's clear. I mean, I think it might be worth taking the minus then, Anton, to be honest, mate. Especially if you can get a doubler in for next week. I think that justifies taking the minus. What's your ranking? Also, would you rather start Palmer or Watkins? Probably Palmer. And my ranking is around about 300,000. We had a really stinky week last week. Dropped about 120, 130k. Just got absolutely obliterated, to be honest. Morning, mate. How are you doing? Jota a good captain choice if you don't have Haaland or KDB? Yes, I think Jota's probably up there as my second favourite captain this week. Jeffrey Schlupp for the Ballon d'Or, easy. He's got it in the bag. He's got it in the bag. No one likes Chesterfield, so get out my stream. Captain Werner, never. If you bench one of KDB, Foden or Haaland for Richarlison, which one just to get him on? Probably Richarlison out of all of those. Should I take a -4 to do Jota for Bowen? I'm thinking very similar things, my friend. Yeah, I am thinking very similar things at the moment. It does get you a double game week player, but it also gets you a player that blanks in 26. So that is a little bit of a headache. A little bit of a headache. Best captain this week? I think it's Haaland. What Salah's expected to return for Jota rotation? Probably be post Game Week 25 double or the latter game of the Game Week 25 double. So I think by then a lot of us will probably be looking to flog Jota back on with the blank in 26 anyway. How's the wife? She's good. She's good. Is Trent to KDB worth a -4 next week? Gross is who would be playing if not taking a hit. I get Trent's not in really good form, but I don't think that's worth the hit, to be honest. Saka out for Foden or Ward-Prowse in for Rodri? Oof. Probably do the Saka out move. My captain is Nunes. He's been training and learning where the posts are. That he has. We'll do team reviews in about 5 minutes, guys. So like I said, if you want your team reviewing, at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet and we will review some of your teams. Bowen or Rashford? Probably prefer Rashford out of the two if I had to start one. Cheers for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Luke. How you doing, man? I need wildcard help. Well, if you want to send me a team, bro, I can help you. Or if you want to leave it under my pinned tweet, at FPLTom_. Dominique's what? Cray sandwiches. Oh, crayon sandwiches. Half of it doesn't load. He was the kid who got told off for eating glue. What the hell has this chat become? Will Haaland start? Yeah, we should get early team news as well. Tom, which player should I sell to get Haaland in for my forward? I have Saka, KDB, Richarlison, Diego Jota and Palmer. Or should I sell one of my forwards, which is Darwin or Watkins? Difficult question, that one. I'm not keen on Richarlison, especially with the blank coming up. Son back as well. I think his minutes are going to be limited. Saka as well. I'm not too keen on him. So one of those two. I get maybe taking out Watkins probably would be the forward as well that I would remove. Please help. Dubravka, Porro, Trent, Walker, Palmer, Foden, Saka, Jota, Solanke, Watkins, Haaland, subs Gabriel, Gordon, Taylor, 1 free transfer, 0.3 million in the bank, roll or what should I do? Play Gabriel or Watkins? Yeah, I'd just play one of them. Roll, take 2 into next week, then try and maybe load up on doublers or players that blank. See what the situation is with Gordon as well. Højlund or Solanke? I mean, with the doubles coming up for Solanke, a little bit further down the line, I think he might be better. Højlund to Darwin for a -4. I think this is the season where minuses are acceptable because people do have double game weeks. But yeah, Rodri in for Ward-Prowse. Oh, I did this question. I said Saka. I said the Saka one. Sensei or Botman? I think if you were holding Sensei for a long time, probably Sensei, just with the doubles coming up. Bournemouth's fixtures as well after 26 are pretty decent. So if you are looking to hold off on that wild card till around game week, whatever, 30, then I think he could be a really good pick. Botman's pretty decent as well, though. Captain Jota, definitely think it could be an option, Ronnie. Why are you in a Brentford fan league? I mean, there's not a Mansfield one, so I had to join some team, and Brentford are probably the only team in the Premier League that I like. I might join the Luton one next year. I just want to see, like, if I have a really good season, theoretically I could go and win one of these leagues. Just an idea, isn't it? When am I using my free hit? 34, 37 maybe at the moment. Could be 26 if I go Jota. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've already taken a -4 this week. Is it worth holding on to Gordon to eventually play him in 26? That's what I'm currently thinking. That is what I'm currently thinking as well at the moment, to be honest, man. Benching headache, Solanke, Saka or Palmer. Oh, that's tough. That is ridiculously tough, benching headache. I honestly couldn't call that one. I feel all of them have the potential to go get points this week. That is difficult. Yeah, I don't want to give like an answer on that one because that is extremely tough. Do I start Juan Hee-chan or Garnacho? Probably Garnacho. We had a look at Draft Hound, and Juan Hee-chan wasn't in the predicted lineup. Do we know when João Pedro will be back? No, the only injury update I saw was the fact that he's out for this game week. That's all I saw on Twitter yesterday. Pick the United Fan League, probably the easiest and hardest to win. There's a lot of numbers in there, isn't there? But a lot of United fans are just idiots. So he'd very easily win. Very easily win. They just have like all like United players. Stag score predictions. I'm feeling a 2-0 win. Steady 2-0 win today. Comfortable. A lot less county fans in the chat today, isn't there? A lot less county fans. Where have they gone? They've gone very silent after last week. Wonder why. Wonder why. Chelsea fans are delusional. Join our league. You're bound to make it far in the cup. Fair enough. I mean, I've had triple Chelsea this year, so I'm just as delusional as most Chelsea fans. Right, it is 35 minutes past. Let's go and start reviewing some of your guys' teams. Plenty of notifications here. We are going to do it this way because that's probably the easiest way to do it. Starting off with FPL Aguero's team. He says, "Hi Tom, hope you're having a good day. Can you please rate my team? 2 free transfers. Current plan is Dubravka and Elise to Kaminsky to Barkley. Thoughts, chip strategy right now, triple captain 28, 30 wildcard, free hit 34, bench boost 37. So a very similar one to me. Alright, okay. It gets you 2 doublers next week. Okay, I can get on board with that. I like that. I do like that as a strategy. Barkley's numbers, by the way, are absolutely ridiculous. Like, they are insane. So I'll rate that. I like that as a strategy. Might give Barkley or Adebayo the armband, but Haaland at the moment is a no-brainer. Yeah, he is a no-brainer, isn't he? Triple Luton. I never ever thought we'd see FPL teams with triple Luton in them. Bro, you've gone mental, but you know what? It looks really tasty this week. Katie, I know you're kicking about in the TikTok chat somewhere. This is how it looks right now. I'm pretty happy just debating different captaincy choices. Yeah, I mean, Diego Jota or Haaland are probably the top 2 for me this week. The rest of the team is looking ridiculously strong. So, yeah, I think you've done a really good job here. Just, yeah, whether or not you want to, captain someone else other than Haaland, yeah. AD Caps is a 2.1 million in the bank and 1 free transfer. Can't do Jota to Gordon. Need to free up 0.1 million. Should I try to free up 0.1 or forget it? That's the stinger. That is real stinger, that, to be honest, mate. I mean, the only area where you potentially could free it up is downgrading. What you could do, Estupinian to maybe Doherty, and then you'd be able to get it. That could be an option if you wanted to take the -4, but I necessarily don't think that could be worth it. So, that's a little bit of a difficult one. I'd probably just play Garnacho. Obviously, he had a really good week last week, so I'd just play Garnacho. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, either on TikTok or YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow as well on TikTok, but the main one is YouTube. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season, and if you want to help me achieve that goal, do hit that subscribe button. Fancy Jota in this week, plus next double game week, but have to lose Saka/Richie. What do you think? Yeah, this is the thing. I've spoken about Richarlison. I do think his minutes will start to come under threat, to be honest, with Son obviously being back. Arsenal's fixtures aren't too bad, but I'm just not a big Saka boy. I think you guys know that. But yeah, they've got pretty good fixtures, to be honest. West Ham, Burnley, Newcastle, Sheffield United. It's a pretty good run. You are just obviously sacrificing one for the double. If I had to sacrifice, it probably would be Richarlison. Anything need changing? No free transfers left? No, nothing desperately needs changing there, mate. I think you're in a good place. Alex Naylor. He's got Becker, Pedporo, Walker, Virgil, Foden, Diego Jota, Palmer with the on-band, interesting. Neto, De Bruyne, Cunha and Tony. Højlund on the bench. Quite a strong bench, that, to be fair. Obviously put Cunha in after last week. I told him to bench him, so yeah. I'm not going to comment too much on your teammate and destroy your rank again. Richarlison to Jota is tempting, but I don't think I can do it for a -4. And what's your opinions about playing Pinnock or other Brentford players next week? I think that's fine. Obviously it is a double. It's not a great double, but it's still a double. So even if they lose 2-0 in both games, you're going to get 4 points. It's probably better than someone Pedporo picking up his usual 2 or Gabriel getting a -1. So I think it's fine. Rest of the team, though, looking ridiculously strong. And I do agree with your point. Maybe next week you could just do Richarlison out. Just always an option. Right, what other ones have we had sent in? Let's have a look. Matthew Carr has said Bowen or Foden. Becker, Eshpignon, Pedporo, Saliba, Maddison, Foden. Bowen for Foden. Yeah, I mean, if he's benched here... I mean, you've already done... Oh, Bowen or Foden. 100% Foden. We're all going to get early team news, so we'll see what happens there as well. But yeah, that would be the way I'd lean at the moment. Should I get rid of Richarlison? Any news on Gordon? Yeah, Gordon's finished for this week. So he probably would be the one. And probably wouldn't be Richarlison. It probably would be Jota if you can afford him. He would be the one that I'd go and get in that midfield slot, to be honest. If not, probably one of the Wolves boys as well. Thinking about a -4 hit for Haaland? I don't know. Yeah, I probably would. I reckon you could get away with that. I mean, Jota is a good captain, but I think for next week, you need to have Haaland for the double. Obviously, we are going to get early team news, so maybe just wait and see if Haaland is definitely playing before doing anything like that. Do keep your teams coming in, guys. We will review some more of those a little bit later on. Let's see what questions we've missed in the YouTube chat, and then I'll have a flick through the TikTok one. Like I said, if you are watching on TikTok, the best thing that you can do is come over to the YouTube chat. I can go back, scroll through the chat, and try and answer as many questions as possible. Do you think that we will be back for game week 26? I'm guessing you mean Gordon. I hope is the question there. What is the best goalkeeper combo in the wild card? Probably Kaminsky and maybe Neto. You could potentially then bench boost in 28. If not, having Areola and Dubravka, pretty solid set. But yeah, I'd probably want one of the doublers, so Neto or Kaminsky kicking about. Can you rate my team? I couldn't see it, but I'll go and have another look in a second. Yes, I can check yours, guys. If you've sent them, sometimes it doesn't send straight away and it doesn't register. So always make sure they do go under that pinned tweet. If they don't go under the pinned tweet, probably a little bit dicey and probably won't see it. Tom, have you ever played Red Dead Redemption 2? Could be something in the off season. We've got the Euros, man. We've got the Euros. I've got some other stuff planned as well. And then obviously it'll be the season starting again. So we'll do some Euro content. We'll probably do some kit related content. Just all the kits that I own and the jackets. We'll do something like that. And then we will do, obviously, the start of the new season. So, yeah, subscribe for that one, guys. Help me get to 5k by the end of this season as well. Would be massively appreciated. Right, let's see what's kicking off in the TikTok chat. Should I take a -8 for Nunes in for Solanke? In for Solanke? Surely that's got to be the other way around. Tony or Watkins? For this week, I'd probably go Tony. Have I ever watched Mud Sandwich? That sounds like something I shouldn't Google on, the normal browser. Should be dipping into the old private browser for that one. Is it dirty? Should I downgrade Porro or Estupinian to get Jota? Probably Estupinian out of the two. Captain Haaland, KDB, Foden, Palmer or Solanke? I mean, Haaland's probably the obvious candidate, but I do like the other City boys, but I just think Haaland is clear this week. And you've not got Jota, so yeah, that's probably the way that I'd lean. Captain Nunes or Jota? I probably would go Jota. Out of the two as well, I probably would prefer to go for Jota over Nunes. Should I replace Bowen? He obviously plays in 29. He plays in blank game week 26. So there is the ums and ahs whether or not to drop him. The fixtures aren't great, but it is what it is. Start Saka or Solanke? Probably go Saka, just. Thoughts on Richarlison cap? No. I'm still in the FPL Cup. When do I start? Yeah, you might need to put that one again. What is my overall rank? It's about 300,000 at the moment. Yeah, we had an absolute stinker last week. Will Estupinian start? Good question. Let's go and check Draft Town, see what they're saying for that one. Where's the scroll on this mouse? There it is. Who was I looking for? No. Oh, yeah, they do. Draft Town do have Estupinian starting. So there you go. They do have him starting. And that rank decrease was a lot more violent than I thought it was. Than I remember. FPL Cup transfers for that or overall? I mean, try and maybe, like, if your season's over, maybe just go for the cup. Have a little bit of fun in that. Yeah, let's go and see if I can find your team, mate. If it's not there, then I don't know what I can do. Evening, Tom. Chip strategy, hoping to avoid using the wild card until 30 and free hit later in the season. 0 in the bank, 2 free transfers, Porro to Doherty, and roll is the only move that makes sense. Holding Bowen is a worry, but he has a game every game up until game week 29. That is my thoughts as well on Bowen. He does just have a game every single week and is a very good player and very capable of hitting good scores. I probably would be... Yeah, I get Porro. I get the Porro because of the blank. So yeah, that's probably what I do then. Doherty, good fixture this week. Obviously doubles as well. So yeah, I rate that. Let's see if I can find it. We will come back to your team, Anton. I promise, my friend. AA1 or whatever his name is. Let's see if we can find this one. That one was new, so we'll have a look at that. There it is. There it is. Triple captain. He's gone for it. Balls to the walls. Turner in goal. So no goalkeeper this week then. Doherty, Walker, Porro, Maddison, Bailey, Foden, Saka, Tony and Solanke, and Haaland with the triple captain. He's gone a week early. A little bit premature. But, you know, there's cures for that. Hopefully it works out for your man and Gandhi doesn't slap you in the face. Right, who else was sending me their teams? Let's take a look. We had Anton. Could I maybe be fine with 10 starters this week? My team is still looking good, in my opinion. I'm thinking about replacing Colwell with Van Heck for next game week, and that would be pointless to do this week. Or do I get Moreno out? I mean, it is fine. It is fine. It's a little bit ropey on the bench, like me. But Colwell... Yeah. Okay. All right. I can get on board with this. I think I can get on board with this. I get you've got 10 players. If I wanted a player, it probably would be Doherty for Colwell. That would be my personal opinion. That's probably the transfer that I'd do there. Joe Drew. He sent me his team. He's got Areola. I think you were kicking about in the TikTok chat. Yes, you were. Where do I send my team? If you want to send me a team, at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet. That is the place to send it, my friend. Joe Drew has got his team up. He's got Areola, Porro, Trent, Doherty, Palmer, Diego Jota, Foden, De Bruyne, Solanke, Watkins, Haaland with the armband. Not playing Craig. Not playing Craig Dawson. Oh, dear. No, that team looks really good, man. No changes I'd make there. Tom Birch has sent me his team as well. He's got Dubravka, Porro, Gabriel, Botman, Richarlison, Palmer, Diego Jota, De Bruyne, Watkins, Solanke, and Haaland with the armband. Again, very solid team. Don't think there's necessarily any changes I would make. Maybe Foden for Richarlison next week could be the shout if you've already used your free transfer. But yeah, there you go. Let's have a look if there's any leaked team news at the moment. Doubt it at the moment. I doubt it. I do doubt it. But yeah. But yes. Right, what questions have I been missing while I've been looking at your guys' teams? Let's take a look at some of these. Get out of here, Rad. Just going to turn that off as well. Hang on. Hold the line, caller. Disconnect that. And there we go. That should be no more pop-ups. Right, what questions have I missed? Dirty-minded streamer, shake my head. What can I say, man? Hi, Tom. Sorry for a lot of questions to you. Can you tell me who can I sell to get Haaland and have 3 mil in the bank? KDB, Saka, Palmer, Diego Jota, Richarlison forward, Darwin and Watkins. To get 3 mil in the bank, probably looking at someone like Saka, then down to like a Barkley or something. We did that one. Brazil are going to win the Euros, not even possible. Will Sterling start? Probably yes. James Milner or Caicedo? Probably James Milner. If you know who I am, probably James Milner. What players are worth bringing in for a -4 besides Liverpool and Manchester City assets? I mean, if you've obviously got no defenders as well, a lot of us have been shafted this week. But mainly it'd be double game week players because I feel there's upside to those potentially. Just added my team help. Yeah, we're going to take a look at some more of those in a little while, T. William. A cheap defender to replace Gusto with. It must be lower than Gusto's price or the same. Van Heck, probably my top pick at the moment. If you want a really, really cheap defender. Have Luton got any starting 4 million defenders? Or Brentford maybe? Have a look at some of those. My stomach is rumbling today. That banana did not tide me over very well. Let's have a look. Defenders under 4.1. Branthwaite, very popular pick as well. Outside of that, Bell, there you go for Luton. I think he's been playing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Bell's playing pretty much 90 minutes, so Amari Bell, very solid pick. If you're looking for that cheap Gusto replacement. Stenhouse Moore going to win the Euros. Of course they are. Of course they are. Right, let's take a look at some other stuff. This is the percentage chance of scoring for this week. Obviously, Haaland, clear by a country mile. 71% probability of him scoring in game week 24. Got some other highly owned players in here as well. Julian Alvarez still pretty high. Darwin up there. Diego Jota up there. Richarlison. Interestingly, no Foden on this list. Watkins, Morris, extremely high as well. Sheffield United for them. Maybe if you're considering a Luton player. Luis Diaz as well. Maybe a little bit of a differential Liverpool pick. I think I'd still probably go Jota and Darwin over him though. And then surprisingly, I don't think the Draft Town predicted chance of scoring models ever seen Werner play, to be honest. 37 probability of scoring. I reckon there's more chance of my house blowing up today than Werner scoring. And if Werner does score, there will be no more streams because my house will have blown up. So there you go. Doherty or Walker, I do prefer Doherty. With the extra doubles you get down the line as well. I think it's just better. Brozier or Andreas Pereira captain. Oh my days. Probably Andreas Pereira. Just. No Cole Palmer on that scoring chance list. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Some of the players that are on this list as well is mental. Like Werner. Anton's still captaining Haaland. Well, this might change your mind. It's the predicted points for this week. Here we go. 7.5 for Haaland, 7.3 for Jota and Foden. Richarlison with 6.8, interestingly. Alvarez with 6.6. Saka with 6.4. Watkins with 6.3. KDB with 6.2. And then Trent all the way down there with 6.1. I know Werner. Fucking Werner on this list was mental. But yeah, those are the expected points for this week. Like I said, guys, if you're on the TikTok stream and want to come over to the YouTube chat, it does move a little bit slower, and we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me achieve that goal, would be massively appreciated by me. Gordon is out. And for who, I have Saka, Martinelli, Palmer and Foden. Maybe Jota then, if you can afford him. Ross Barkley's a pick we've been looking at in some of the videos this week. So I think he could be a decent shout with doubles coming up. Should I captain Werner? I mean, with the percentage chance of him scoring 37%, go for it. No, don't go for it. Do not captain Werner, Hugh. Don't. It's not worth the risk, pal. It's just genuinely not worth the risk. Oh dear. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said as well, if you are enjoying any of the content that you see on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Massively appreciated by me. 5k subs and Tom does a backflip. I am physically not capable of doing a backflip, but we'll do something pretty mental. Is Trent nailed for 90 minutes? No, he is not. Nah, I wouldn't say so. Not after his recent performances. Doesn't look like he's got over his injury as well, so a little bit... I'm not in a good position with Trent, let's put it that way. I'm not feeling too confident on him. Morning, Toby. How you doing, my friend? You doing good? Captain Nunes? Probably not. I think if I was to captain anyone this week, it would be Haaland or Jota. Those would be my two. You reckon KDB will start? I mean, I hope so. I don't have a bench to cover it, so let's hope. Who is the better keeper? I think Leno, because Tosin and Diop are practically bricks. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, Fulham are just an interesting team in general, aren't they? Martinez or Turner? I don't think Turner's going to start. I'm selling Trent after that double. He's funding my way back to Salah. I get that. Realistically, though, if you think about it, Liverpool blank in 26 and 29 at the moment. So I think realistically you could wait for Salah till the wild card because you'd only have him for 27 and 28. I think Son might be the smarter player to go and pick up. Earned a sub, bench Ped Porro for Dawson. Yes, Joe, my guy. You do not understand the Craig Dawson season we had like a couple months ago. Yes, do it. Son matters or Richie to replace Bowen? Probably Son out of all of those if he's going to start today. Tottenham boy. Who should I bench for Doherty? Think he will score highly than Gabriel Porro or possibly Trent. That's a difficult one. Probably with Gabriel being away, probably him. Have I just got lucky or something because all my 15 players have a game this week? No, they should do every week, bar like blank game weeks. Start Flecken or Neto in goal? Probably Neto. Do you think we'll get early City team news before the deadline? Yes. We have really good City team leaks, so we definitely should. Dawson season is back, baby. It's back. V2. I'm convinced. Ped Porro in the bin. Love that, Joe. Some matters for Richie. I did that question. Good luck for this game week. See you later. Cheers, David, for popping by. Good luck to you, my friend, as well. Tottenham boy, I did your question. I said Son. Don't spam. What is my rank? 300,000 something. We had an absolute stinker last week. We dropped from 180k to like 300 something. Absolute stinker. Pedro Neto in midfield or double up on Arsenal defence? I'd put Neto in. I put Adebayo in. Might score 6 goals. Could do. Son out for Jota and a -4. I mean, Son's back this week, so I don't think it's necessarily worth doing the minus. Right, let's put you on mute for a second if you ask me that question again. There we go. You can have a 1 minute timeout for asking me that question about 8 times. Any City team news? I have Ake, Haaland and KDB. Let's go and have a check. See if we've got any early team news kicking about. About an hour till the deadline, guys. It doesn't look like it at the moment. Does not look like it at the moment. If you want your team reviewing as well, as always, send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under the pinned tweet. That is the best thing that you can do. Right, what questions have we got? For some reason, they're not loading in my chat window anymore. That's annoying. Let's get rid of that pop-up. Docs. Chat. See if that's refreshed it. There we go, it's refreshed it. City team heart colour of company. Fucking joker. Football matches and highlights. Hey man, how you doing? I'm doing good. Bench one of Estepinian, Porro or Watkins. Probably Estepinian out of those ones you've selected there. Gomez or Cash? Probably. Ooh, that's a toughie. Probably Cash this week. Do I take a -4 to take Palmer out and bring in Richarlison? I wouldn't be doing it for Richarlison. A double game week player, I think's fine, but not Richarlison. Foden in for Saka or Ward-Prowse out for Rodri? I mean, we had this question earlier, and I was more leaning towards the fact of Foden with the double coming up. I just don't think Rodri... I've said it now, but Rodri's definitely going to go and score. But yeah, cheers for the follow as well. Lots of numbers and lots of letters. Bench Saka, Solanke or Alvarez? We're going to get City team news, so we'll find out. But at the moment, probably Alvarez. Up the Stags, you know it, boy. You know it. Big win for us again today coming. Incoming. Easy. Already have Jota and KDB. Realistically, can only get one of either Foden or Darwin for the double. Who should I prioritise? And what to do? I have sell either Watkins or Saka. I mean, that's the debate, isn't it, really? I think I probably would prefer Jota over Nunes at the moment with my current thought process. That's the way my head's at. So, yeah. Do I wildcard in 26, 27 or 28? Potentially. I just think you're going to be left with a lot of Luton and Bournemouth players in your team. I've heard Alvarez has been leaked not to be in the squad. Fair enough. Imagine if you had a manager in FPL. I'd own Steve Cooper because I'm attracted to him. Fair enough. You do you, mate. Do you reckon Sterling will play, or should I do Nunes for Solanke or Watkins? Let's have a look at Draft Hound. See what they're saying. They're my kind of get out of jail free card, aren't they, at the moment? They have Sterling playing, so I think he should play. There you go. I sent my team. Cool, let's go check that out, man. Let's go check that out. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, Liam sent his team as well. Harry, he said thoughts. Dubravka, Pedporo, Saliba, Trent, Neto, Foden, Palmer, De Bruyne, Watkins, Haaland, Darwin. Very strong. I rate it. No change I'd make there. I like Neto as a little differential pick. Thinking I might do the same. Not made a sub yet. Might bank my free transfer for next week. Any recommendations? Haaland. There's my recommendation. Double Spurs defence is wild. They can't keep a clean sheet, but watch him do it this week. But yeah, I think realistic. Oh, you've got to get Haaland in here, especially if that Alvarez news is true that he's benched. Got to get Haaland in here, man. Got to be getting Haaland. I know you hate him, but you got to do it. There you go. Captain Adebayo, no. Hey Liam, how you doing, man? I have 2 free transfers. Transferring out Gordon and Konza. Who should I bring in? Can't afford Trent and already have 3 City players. Probably then Diego Jota would be the one if you can't afford Trent and want that Liverpool player. And then in defence, I did Doherty. I think he's a really good shout for this week. So yeah, I'd probably do that. Bench Neto or Palmer. That's difficult. That's extremely difficult, that Jack. I reckon this is probably the last week you'll ever go with Palmer, so bench Neto. Who am I captaining? Haaland. Cheers for sending me a team, Toby. We'll go and take a look at that in a second, see if I can find them. Some of them aren't filtering through, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look if there's any that I've missed. in this tweet today. I don't think we did that one. FPL Justice has said, should I bring in Doherty for a -4? I'm guessing that would be for Kabore. No, I don't think that necessarily needs the minus. The team's pretty strong. I wouldn't be taking a minus on that one. We did Harry's team. Toby, here's his team. Thoughts, he's got Petrovic, Pedporo, Doherty, Trent, Palmer, De Bruyne, Foden, Diego Jota, Watkins, Tony, and Darwin. Very strong team, mate. Obviously, no Haaland is a little bit of a concern. Probably Watkins is going to be the player that has to make way for that move. But yeah. I've wildcarded, got Mikalenko, Raya, Bailey, and Van Heck. Should I bench boost? Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Why not? We did that one. We did that one. Let's see what's in the hiddens, as always. What's hiding down here? The gremlins. Phoenix 11. Could you please rate my team? Thanks. He's got... Dubravka, Saliba, Alexander, Shaw, Foden, Richarlison, Diego Jota, KDB, Solanke, Adebayo, and Haaland. Palmer on the bench, a little bit interesting, but it's probably a split between Richarlison and Palmer. Yeah, I get why you've done that. So yeah, no questions there. Cannon Fodder sent me his team, 1 free transfer, 0.5 million in the bank. He is like me, got Gordon and Konza. You've got 3 playing defenders at least, 4. No forward, so maybe Gordon to like someone like Ross Barkley, Konza to Doherty could be the shout there, mate. That's probably the shout I would go for. Any news on Luis Diaz? No news on Luis Diaz. Liam says, got enough in to maybe swap out Jota for Salah, depending on news for next week, so not going to break the bank for Haaland. I don't think Salah's going to be back, in my personal opinion. He's not been team training this week. And even if he was fully team training for the next week, would they throw him in for both games in the double? Probably not. I don't think they'll rush him back. I do not think they'll rush him back. That's my advice on that one. I don't think Salah will be there, to be honest. Cheers for sending over your team, Cannon Fodder. Thoughts on Osho from Luton, can't afford Doherty. I probably would go for Bell then if you can't afford him. He plays 90 minutes pretty regularly and 3.9 million. Bargain. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, we've got about 55 minutes till the deadline. An 11 o'clock deadline. We should get some City team news, and that might influence some decisions that I make as well. We might be on a -4 this week. Maybe. Right. Could I do Gordon? How much money do I have if I do Gordon out? 9.3. Okay. So we can... theoretically, go and get Phil Foden, which would be tasty. We can also go and get Diego Jota. It would involve a -4, but it gives me another player for that week. Alright, I think we might do a -4. But then who would I bench out of these two? Probably have to be Bowen. What did he do last time against Arsenal? Why have I got to verify? Verify to continue. There we go. I am alive. Don't worry, TikTok. He scored in a 2-0 win. Bowen staying. What about you? What did you do against Villa? Okay, I don't think we're doing it. I genuinely, I've just looked to the head-to-head records. Bowen and Garnacho both have scored against their opponents. Did Watkins? No, Watkins didn't score. So Watkins probably would be the one that we'd bench. That's wild. It's wild, but I can't believe Garnacho scored 2 against Villa last time, look. I have to play him. Oh my god. And then Bowen. Bowen scored against Arsenal last... Well, he got an assist last time. Still an attacking return, though. Eesh. Wild. Wild out here. What was the City score against Everton? 3-1. Who scored in that game? Actually, if I do FOTMob will be the one. They'll tell me. KDB bench, people are telling me. Oh dear. Oh dearie dearie. That's not good. That's not what I want to see. Do not want to see that. Who scored in this reverse? Foden. I think we're going to have to go get Foden. People are saying KDB is bench. Let's go and take a look at this. See what leaked team news we're getting out. Still no like accurate leaked team news, so I think that's bollocks. So I'm calling bullshit on that one. Until we get like a reliable source that says someone's benched. Not happening. Cheers for sending me a team, guys. We'll go and take a look at those in a second. Who's better playing? Saliba or Gabriel? Pretty much half a dozen of one. Same with the other. It is what it is. I've captained Trent over Haaland and Jota. That is big. That is risky as well. Are you holding Areola and Turner? Because I'm in the same situation with 0 free transfers and thinking Turner to Edison to Kaminsky. Yeah, I just think goalkeepers have very limited upside and they're not worth wasting a free transfer on, in my personal opinion. 2-0 win for Mansfield today is my prediction as well on that one. Do keep the questions flying in, guys. Keep sending me your teams on Twitter as well. Is Trent a good captaincy option? Not in my personal opinion, no. Not with the form that he's in at the moment. I just don't fancy him. Really, really don't fancy him. Gundogan. That's a blast from the past. Haaland. Foden. Foden likes scoring against Everton is what I'm realising here. Eesh. Might be Foden in. Might be Foden in for a -4. But then the big question is, who do we bench? Do I bench Watkins? Do I bench Bowen? Or do I bench Garnacho? I think I'd have to bench Bowen. Hi Tom, thoughts on Bowen and Taylor to Jota and Doherty? Yeah, I rate that. That's good moves. Liverpool have kept 5 clean sheets in all the past 5 games against Burnley. Hopefully a Trent clean sheet today then. Play Estepinian or Botman. Probably would be leaning towards Botman, to be honest, my friend. Is anyone double game week for anyone? No, next week. Next week's the double game weeks, my friend. Trent could get an attack in return, but at the same time, he got hoisted off. I imagine... Yeah, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one, to be honest. Trent very easily could haul. He's always got that capability in his locker. Hopefully this is the week. Have a thinking KDB and Alvarez are benched. No reason, but I've got a tingling feeling in my armpits. Well, hopefully we get some early team news and we can see what's cracking. Triple Luton for this week won't cost me points. Any news on Gordon? Gordon is out. He's not going to be available. He won't be available. So there's that one. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying the content that you see on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Also, follows are massively appreciated on TikTok. Cheers for the follow, Jason. I am still rating teams as well. Cheers for the follow, Thomas. Appreciate that as well, man. Captain Haaland or Palmer? Probably would go Haaland. Stick with Haaland. Cheers for all the likes in the YouTube stream as well. That's massive. Pushes out to more people. And like I said, we are trying to get to that 5k by the end of the season. Should I start Son? Yeah, I'd start Son. Captain Haaland or a pigeon? Always the pigeons. Cheers for the follow. Easy Tools. The injury wasn't that bad. It was more a precautionary kind of thing. Saka and Archer to Foden and Adebayo, or Darwin and Neto to Barkley. I think I prefer the top option just. Yeah, there is obviously the Gandhi curse, isn't there? When am I reviewing teams? Whenever. If you've sent me them over, we'll go and take a look. Who to bench out of Pedro, Neto, Watkins, Saka or Palmer? Difficult one, but probably Watkins leading that line. Bench Watkins for Jota? Yeah, I probably would. Play Watkins or Gross? I'd probably play Watkins. No worries, man. No worries. Right, let's see if people have sent me their teams. I think people have. Robertson starts. Oh, okay. There's one maybe for the double. Robertson starts. There you go. Sarafaf. Again, I can't pronounce that K at the end of it. I have 2 free transfers. Already did Saka to Kumu to free up money for Alvarez to Haaland and have the exact amount to do Palmer to Jota next week. Should I do this for a -4 this week? No, I won't do it for this week. One more week of Palmer, and then, yeah, that should be fine, my friend. Any leaks yet? Andy Robertson's playing. There's a leak. Oh, mate, if you get me a steak bake, I would love you. I'd actually genuinely love you. I would give you the sloppiest head going, my friend. Just because they've got multiple doubles, 25 and 28 doubles for Luton. Positive fixtures as well around that. Let's see if there's any other ones I've missed down here. Again, just make sure you follow me on Twitter if you do want any of your teams rating or reviewing. Sometimes they don't pull through, and it is a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I haven't had any other ones come through, so if you have sent them me, just send them again. Just make sure you follow me on Twitter. If not, is Jesus says 75%? I haven't really seen it because I don't know anyone else who owns Jesus, so probably not. Captain Gent or Trent or Jota? Probably go Jota. Porro or Diaz to start? Probably go Diaz. Hwang to start? I don't think he will. Looking at Draft Hounds, I know he's obviously back, so he will probably come off. Where's the Stags top? Man, look, I've only got one Stags top that fits me anymore. And, yeah. I can't wear it every single stream. Captain Haaland or Jota? Probably Haaland. That would be where my mind's at. No City team news as of yet, but we should hopefully get some prior to the deadline with them being the early kickoff. Yeah. But yeah, obviously the news breaking at the moment. Robertson starting. So if you wanted a little bit of cheeky differential into that Liverpool defence, there you go. Just sent mine through again, Tom. Right, okay, mate. Let's take a look. It hasn't come through in the notifications part. And then if it's not come through here, then, yeah, unfortunately, Twitter doesn't like you. But yeah, sometimes it does that. This mouse is really annoying me today. We need to get a new mouse. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I couldn't see it again, mate. So if you maybe want to just type it out. Sent mine in the YouTube chat, Thomas. Sweet. Never call me Thomas again, though. Leno, Adoji, Trent, Gabriel, Palmer, Jota, Foden, Saka, Haaland, Watkins, Solanke, Bench, Garnacho, Estupinian, Colwell. Very strong, my friend. Very strong indeed. Can we send teams on Insta? Unfortunately not. Just because I'm using my phone for the TikTok stream. Don't have it signed on my computer either, so unfortunately I can't see them. Watkins, Tony, Solanke. Who do I bench for Jota and a -4? Probably Watkins out of all those. I hate it, man. I hate it. It's like my Sunday name. How do I send teams on Twitter? If you go to my pinned tweet and just leave it under there, that's the best way that I can find your teams. And my Twitter is @FPLTom_. Or what you can do is go to my bio, go to the YouTube. It'll bring you to my YouTube page, and there'll be a little link to the Twitter. Very easy, very straightforward. So just do it that way. Very easy indeed. Saka and Bailey for Gross and Martinelli for Game Week 25. Yeah, I rate that. Go for it. I obviously probably would prefer a double. A doubler in there. I think that'd be more beneficial to you in the long run. Sorry, Mr. FPL. Hey, bro. We're not Mr. FPL yet. We're not Mr. FPL yet. Like I said, guys, if you do enjoy the content that you see here, do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're on our way to 5,000 subscribers. Updated my team. Oh, have you sent me another one, have you? Let's go and have a look at this. Here we go. Took a -4 to bring in the fraud and brought in Adebayo as well. All right, lad, I rate it. I think you need him for next week, realistically. Like, I think you can go other ways with captaincy this week, but next week you're gonna need him. You are just gonna need him. What other teams have we got? Harvey, he says, use my one free transfer for Odegaard to Jota. Is it necessary to use the other free transfer? I want to have 2 going into game week 25. Who do I bench? I don't think it's necessary to use your other transfer. I think the team's okay. Maybe unless you wanted to do Gusto to Doherty, that could be an option. Benching wise, it's a little bit difficult. But I think you've got everything right, to be honest. I do think you've got everything right. So I think that's fine. Gary has sent me his team. He says, let me know what you think. I've got 1 free transfer and 1.7 million in the bank. Should I roll the transfer? I mean, the team's fine. Like, I'm a little bit sceptical of Estepinian at the moment, but I think he should be starting. So I think it should be fine. Donaher. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My team. They've got Dubravka, Gusto, Doherty, Pedporo, Diego Jota, Foden, Saka, Richarlison, Watkins, Solanke and Haaland. Saliba's there if you need a bit of cover. I think that team's, again, perfectly fine. Big Dev has said, check my team. Jason has sent his team. Do you think I should do anything with Saka on the bench? Also, who should I captain? Probably the safe bet is Haaland this week. And I probably would prefer to play Saka over Garnacho, to be honest. So yeah, those are the changes I'd make there, Jason. Bench Saka or Palmer? Yeah, that's a tough one. And genuinely, don't really have a clue, to be honest. Do I captain Jota? I mean, if you don't fancy Haaland, then go for it. But other than that. Foden starts. There's some team news we've got. Oh boy. FPL Tony has tweeted a picture of Foden. He is starting this game week. We might be doing a -4. We might be doing a -4 for Phil Foden. Best free strikers on a wild card, probably Haaland, maybe one of Nunes, Tony, and then like an Adebayo as a cheap option if you wanted to go for KDB in midfield. Solanke and Watkins also great shouts with their like good fixtures and double game weeks coming up. There you go. But yeah, there's the news. Foden does start. So if you were bringing him in or have him in your team, no need to worry. Callum has got Areola, Walker, Doherty, Shaw, Palmer, Richarlison, Palmer, Doherty, what am I doing? Palmer, Bowen, Jota, Haaland, Cunha, Watkins. Very strong team, mate. No issues there for me. Got plenty of doublers in there for next week as well. Pretty good team. Gordon to Jota for a -4 and bench Watkins. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much on the same line for that, to be honest, mate. I'm thinking very similar to you. I'm telling you, KDB and Alvarez are benched. He's going to play Foden, Doku, Bernardo behind Haaland. All right, we'll see. Goalkeeper, Saliba, goalkeeper, Alisson, Saliba, Doherty and Walker. Saka, captain, KDB, Richarlison, Jota and Palmer. Darwin and Watkins, sub, Dubravka, Morris, Thiago Silva. 3 million in the bank. Can't afford Haaland. I'm all like Barca. I mean, you could downgrade one of your midfielders, to be honest. Richarlison or Saka probably the ones to get Haaland in, but it's up to you, man. Team Kaminsky, Gabriel Doherty, KDB, Jota, Foden, Martinelli, Haaland, Darwin, Adebayo, rate my team. It's okay. Obviously, Martinelli we've spoke about, probably replacing him. But the rest of the team I think is pretty strong, to be honest, mate. Who do you think the best captains are this week? Probably Haaland and probably Jota are my 2 top picks this week. Who's captain, Haaland or Jota? Haaland does lead the way on predicted points, but he is going up against Gandhi, so take that whatever you want. Rachel sent me her team. She's got Dubravka, Doherty, Trippier, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Richarlison, Saka, Palmer, De Bruyne. Morris captain is Rogue. Haaland, Watkins and Julian Alvarez. Probably need to try and get Haaland in here, like I said, for the double game week next week. Morris captain's Rogue, but you play your own game. Obviously, the only League 2 news we do have at the moment, Andy Robertson's starting. Thank you for that one. And Foden is starting as well. They do have UCL on Tuesday night, but it's against Copenhagen, so it's a bit of an interesting one. Is Gomez a risk on not starting? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Opinions on Barnes for Gordon? Barnes is just coming back from an injury, quite a long-term injury as well, so I think his minutes will be limited. But obviously Anthony Gordon is out, but it doesn't seem too serious. Son start and captain. I mean, I think he's going to start, but captaincy is probably a little bit too rogue for him this week. Some people won't know it. It's quite a unique reference, isn't it? Gomez was one of the players said to have the virus. Cheers for that update, Katie. Appreciate that. Who instead of Martinelli? Lots of options. Jota, Foden, Barkley. There's just a couple. You said Bailey yourself as well. Foden does start. That's the only one we've got so far. No other early team news. We obviously will get some. The team, like the City team, like leakers are really, really good at releasing lineups and news and stuff. But yeah, Foden's definitely starting. Do I bench Bowen, Solanke, Palmer, Alvarez or Saka? Probably Bowen. Probably Bowen, my friend. Probably Bowen. Yeah, people are saying this, but I've not seen any like team leaks, like confident team leaks yet about the KDB stuff. FPL Tom, who would you suggest to captain? I think you've got it probably on the right one, mate. Diego Jota probably would be my second favourite captaincy option for this game week. So there you go. Cheers for the follow, David. See what other leaked team news we do have ahead of the deadline. Cheers for the likes, guys, as well. Massively appreciate that. Just a quote on Rodri. Love Rodri, by the way. Jota or Haaland captain? For me personally, I'm going Haaland, but I think both are really good shouts for this game week. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Martinelli and Konza out for Jota and Doherty, -4. I like that, Regan. Any sign of Salah coming back for the double game week? I mean, he's not been team training this week. He is going to have like pretty much a miraculous recovery, I think, to be starting the first game of double game week 25. Might be better in the second one. If you want to send me a team, send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pin tweet. That is the place to leave it. Who should I take out for Gordon? I mean, there's Neto, there's Barkley, lots of good options. Jota, Foden with him starting. Garnacho if you need that cheap option. Do I start Flecken or Dubravka? Probably Dubravka. Brentford have been really poor defensively this season. Richarlison question mark? What about him? Bench one of Palmer, Bruno, Juan Hee-chan. Probably Juan Hee-chan at the moment, just with Draft Town predicting that he's not going to play. But he might come on. Do I start Adebayo or Bowen? I mean, this is a fixture you definitely want to be starting Adebayo for. So, Adebayo in my personal opinion. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Yes, if you go on Draft Town, there will be a little refresh button at the top right. You just click that and it updates it. Like that. There you go. Do you think Alvarez will start? I'm hearing murmurs that he isn't, but I'm also hearing murmurs that he is. It's a little bit sceptical at the moment. Like, there's not too much people know. Who's captain? Probably Haaland and Jota. Top captaincy picks for this week. Saliba or Gabriel's like one or the other. Like, yeah, it is what it is. Just take one or go for the other. Cheers for the follow as well, Max. Solanke or Watkins? Probably prefer to play Solanke this week with the fixture. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? If KDB is benched, would you sell him to get Darwin and Foden in or leave him on the bench for the double? Leave him on the bench for the double. I'd still probably play him this week as well. Like, we saw what impact he could have. If that game's like tight, 0-0, has to come on. It is what it is. Cheers for the follow as well, Matthew. Appreciate that. If you are on the TikTok stream and want to come over to the YouTube chat, it does move a little bit slower. And like I said, we are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me achieve that goal, do hit that subscription button. Hey, Josh. Yeah, the news is that Foden's playing. And weirdly enough, Robertson we've got a leak on. Other than that, no other leaks at the moment. No other leaks at the moment. Do keep your questions coming in. We've got about half an hour till the deadline. We might still take a -4, and it might be Gordon for Foden. I think it could be beneficial in the long run. I sent my team under the captaincy thread. All right, let's go and have a look, man. Let's go and have a look for you. You're a regular. I'll let you off. Robertson is playing, yes. By the way, let me know what you think of these threads, guys, because we're gonna keep these up. So if you like to potentially see some captaincy threads, these are my top picks for this week. It's not here, mate. I can't see it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's not there. Are you sure it was the captaincy one or not the other transfer targets one? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, these are doing pretty well. So if you are interested, maybe captaincy or transfers for this week, there are 2 threads on my Twitter. Obviously, we're trying to get the Twitter following up. Trying to get to 1,000 followers. Let's try and get to 1,000 followers by the end of the season as well. So if you want to drop me a follow on Twitter, at FPL Tom. Obviously, we obviously have all our team rating stuff on here. You find out when I'm going live, when videos are posted. And now we will be doing some threads as well about best captaincies, transfer targets, all that good stuff. So yeah. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you for resending. Saka to Jota for a -4. I just don't think it's worth it. Not this week. Not this week. I did Gordon to Foden. Nice. I rate that. Jota or Foden in this game week. I'll get one or the other next week. Probably, I think with Foden starting, that's a good sign. But I do think Jota, that fixture is just a little bit better. Under the pinned. Cheers, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that one. Here it is. Kaminsky, Doherty, Robertson, Aït-Nouri, Diego Jota, De Bruyne, Foden, Garnacho, Tony, Darwin, Haaland, Juan He-Chan, Alex Moreno. Alex Moreno's an interesting one with Digne being back. That is an interesting one, mate. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. People again saying KDB doesn't start. Where are we hearing this news from? Oh. It's here. This is from Lazy FPL, who have got team news wrong in the past. But they are currently saying that De Bruyne doesn't start for Manchester City. Interesting. De Bruyne bench, but no one is panicking because he's going to get points off the bench. Very true, Andy. Alright, with that news, I think we're going to make a transfer. We're going to bring in Phil Foden. Fuck it. Let's have some fun on this game. Gordon out. Foden in. Bosh. Let's do it. Should we do it? Fuck it. Let's do it. Confirm -4. Boom. Right, we've taken a minus. We've taken a minus. There we go. Save team. Foden's in. We've taken a minus. We brought Doherty in. It is what it is. Team's looking a lot stronger now. We've taken a minus. Boom. Done. Foden just got injured, you absolute troll. Shush. Shall I keep Alvarez or Solanke for Haaland? I probably would get rid of Probably would get rid of Alvarez, to be honest. Yeah, it does change things, to be honest. I know a lot of people are potentially looking at bringing KDB in. Some people were even saying in both chats as well about captaining him. So yeah, I'm still going to start KDB. I've got Bowen if he doesn't play, so that's great, but it is what it is. We bought Foden in for the -4. I think it's worth it. We got Doherty as well in this week, so I think we're fine. Yep, KDB doesn't start. That is the news from Lazy FPL. They have got team news wrong in the past, but I think they should be fine this week. It's on Twitter from Lazy FPL. FPL Focal and FPL Andy have been retweeting it as well. Not ruled out, just benched, apparently, I think, was the quote. Let's go and get it up again. Nunes is starting as well from FPL Tony. And then obviously City Extra have now tweeted it as well. KDB doesn't start for Manchester City today. KDB benched. They have got team news wrong in the past. People that were bringing in Nunes, FPL Tony's got the tick for him as well, so he should be playing this week. Jota or Nunes captaincy, I am slightly leaning towards more towards Jota, to be honest. Just benched, yeah, just benched. Darwin Nunes to start as well, FPL Tony, yep, that is the news that we're getting there. Cheers for the follow, James. I think Barkley will be good when they have 2 game weeks. Probably not in the Game Week 25 one. It's probably going to be a bit miserable, but the data that he's putting up is pretty good. Can't lie about that one. About 25 minutes till the deadline, guys. Keep your questions flying in. Should I use my bench boost just for Palmer? No, there's going to be like double game weeks further down the line that it'd be more beneficial for. KDB's bench, so obviously rule him out of captaincy options. Probably leaning more towards Haaland and Jota as I have been doing. Is Son fit? Yes, I think he will. Hopefully KDB comes on. Yeah, hopefully, unless Bowen scores about 8, then no. Saliba or Bell, I think this is the week you should be playing your Luton players. They've got Sheffield United, so this is probably the week to be playing them. Let's have a look if any other team news has been leaked. No flu for Jota from FPL Main Road as well. So there's Jota confirmed to be alright. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Woo. I knew we'd get some team news, but it's flying in today. Absolutely flying. Absolutely cooking today as well. Should I bench boost Game Week 25? I have triple Manchester City and Luton, and I'm free hitting in 26. Yeah, unless you're going to play the triple captaincy chip on Haaland. But if the bench is looking ridiculously strong, go for that as well. Who should I bench? Alvarez or KDB? I mean, we know KDB's on the bench, so probably him at the moment, unless we get more City team news. What team news we got? We've got KDB's on the bench, Nunes and Jota and Robertson are starting, and Foden is starting. What's the City lineup? At the moment, we only know about Foden and KDB. That's it. KDB is on the bench. Thoughts on Adebayo captain? Mental. Absolutely mental. Oh, you beautiful man. Thank you very much, sir. There we go. A Greg's delivery from Sean. What a G. So, shout out Sean in the chat. Little steak bake. Sublime. That's good. No, I still probably prefer Haaland for the triple captain. If I was to play for anyone. We'll just dive straight into this. That's good stuff. Hey, man. How you doing? Should I still have KDB on my wild card? Probably. Like, he's still probably going to play. Like, they're just thinking about the Champions League. Diaby or KDB? I mean, this week probably Diaby because KDB's on the bench. Should I do KDB to Foden? Nah, I probably wouldn't. He'll play in the doubles. Yeah, big up Sean. Good stuff. Morris or Adebayo, I mean, both got pretty good data, so Morris takes pens. That's probably his leaning one. Cheeky Gregs, I know. Yeah, I'd bench KDB. He's on the bench. Depends who you got though. I'm still going to start him over Bowen. Cheers, Alfie, for sending your team. We'll go take a look at that in a minute. We're just going to scran this steak bake first. Looks like I'm eating a wrapper. No. I was trying to keep all the crumbs in the bag. It's not gone too well. Good stuff though. Would you bench Bowen, Watkins, or Garnacho? Probably Bowen would be the one that'd get the bench out of those. Should I bench KDB and play Palmer? I think I would. I think I would, you know. Now that we know KDB is definitely not starting, I probably would. Solanke over Growth. I've got a straight back. Good stuff. That's good stuff. No, I wouldn't sell KDB to get Foden. I'll probably start Dubravka this week. I doubt there's many many of the top FPL YouTubers just scranning a steak bake midstream. If you want to see my team, come over to the YouTube stream. Like I said as well, guys, I am loving it. I am loving it. All I've had this morning was a banana. Like I said, guys, if you do enjoy the stream, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are trying to hit 5k on the YouTube by the end of the season. So if you want to help me hit that goal, subscribe. Bowen to Jota for a -4. The only thing about Bowen is he plays in every week, including game week 29. Some positive fixtures in there as well. That's grand. Oh yeah, I did bench Garnacho. Not happy. He eats what he wants. He eats what he wants. Someone's just spammed Haaland starts. Let's go and have a look. FPL Tony has tweeted out that Haaland is starting, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Big man's cooking. Big man is cooking. Porro or Bell? Probably Porro still. Is Rodri starting? Don't know yet. We haven't seen that one. Where can I find the leaks? If you go on Twitter, FPL Main Road's like the best guy, and FPL Tony as well. They're like the goats. Top ones will tweet out as well. Top content creators like Focal. He's very good with the team news usually. Robertson, a good shout. I'm not sure like he'll play both of them. Oh shit, yeah, team. We'll do team. Let's go and have a look if it's here, man. I can't see it. Is it hidden away down here somewhere? I can't see your team, Alfie. If you want to send it me again, that might be the best thing to do. Hi, Tom. De Bruyne benched. Is it worth now starting Neto or hoping for a cameo? I probably would start Neto. I think anyone that's... If you've got KDB, right, and you've got a player on the bench, maybe a Palmer, a Neto, someone with a positive fixture, I still think it's worth playing the positive fixture over KDB. That's my kind of advice at the moment. But for me, it's Bowen. I just think like a KDB cameo, maybe a goal or an assist off the bench would be worth more than what Bowen potentially could get against Arsenal. Start Garnacho over KDB. That one's a little bit more interesting. But he did score... I think he scored twice against them. Who is playing and not playing this week for City and Liverpool? Robertson, Jota and Nunez are playing for Liverpool. Foden, Haaland are playing for City at the moment, as we know. KDB on the bench. There you go. -4 to bring in Haaland. Probably worth it, mate. So far, there we go. Start Garnacho over KDB. Yeah, I probably would. KDB to Foden, I don't think is a move I would be making. Do I think Trossard will start? Probably not. Probably not. Adebayo or Solanke. This is probably the week you would play Adebayo. So I'll probably go him. Any news on Kyle Walker? No news on Kyle Walker yet. Who's my captain? It is obviously Haaland, the robot himself. KDB on the bench, I'm finished. Oh yeah, man. You might have to take a -4 this week. How many minutes do I think Trent will get? I mean, hopefully 60. Hopefully over 60. Right, let's have a check again, Alfie. I mean, the notification's not come through, so you might have to type it out this week. Make sure you're following me as well. That might help it. But yeah, I can't see it in here. I know you've sent it me before as well. But yeah, it's just not pulling through. For some reason. It does this sometimes, unfortunately. Hey, there we go. Here's my team. Already done Lascelles to Doherty. Any thoughts on the team and who should I vice captain? Probably someone like Saka or Palmer would be a very good shout for vice captain. I rate the transfer. So yeah, probably Palmer or Saka for vice. There you go. There you go. 4.5 million defender on a wild card. Who? I mean, Doherty's just over, which is annoying. Botman's still a pretty decent shout, to be honest. Adebayo captain. No, stop triple captain. People have gone mad for Adebayo. They've gone mental. City team news. We know Foden's playing. KDB's benched. Haaland's playing. There's the City team news. There you go. Do you think... Don't have Haaland, so who do I captain out of Alvarez, Watkins or Richarlison? Probably Richarlison with the form that he's in. People are saying no Walker now as well. Let's take a look at that. See if that's been leaked. Kyle Walker does not start. Yep, there we go. FPL Tony again. Brother's cooking today. John Stone starts. No Walker, though. Walker is gone. Unfortunately, I can't read teams on Instagram at the moment. That was delicious. I've got some cough sweets for after the stream because we're going to need one of those. My throat's a bit raspy today. Should I bench KDB? Like I said, my thoughts on KDB at the moment are if you have a good player on the bench, maybe a Palmer, a Saka, somebody like that, yes. If you have someone with a bit of a lesser fixture like a Bowen or a Garnacho, probably not. Yeah, I think Alvarez news is the big one that a lot of people need. Start Garnacho or Watkins. I mean, Garnacho scored twice against them last time they played, but Watkins, off the back of that Sheffield United performance, might be a bit hungry. Would you sell Watkins for Darwin? Yeah, I probably would. Have we got any more City team news? The latest one is that Walker isn't playing. Stones is playing. Saka, Bowen or Palmer, bench. I have all of them. Bowen. Why bench KDB? I mean, if you've got, like I said, if you've got a player with a positive fixture, because he's not playing, or he's not starting, like Palmer or Saka, I feel they, with a full 90 minutes, could outscore KDB off the bench. Never back the early kickoff. Adebayo captain. Love that from you, Jensen. Love that from you. Is He-Chan for Odegaard to Haaland a bad idea? No, I don't think so. What price range do you need a midfielder, Jeff? 2 out of the 3. That one flew by. Sorry, I couldn't read that one. The chat is getting absolutely mental. Like I said, guys, if you are on TikTok and want to come over to the YouTube chat, it does move a little bit slower here, so I can answer all of your questions. The TikTok one is going pretty mental at the moment. Am I mental to captain Foden? I mean, he's playing. He's starting. Have we had team news? Yes. Haaland's playing. Foden's playing. Walker's not. KDB's not. Nunes is playing. Jota's playing. Robertson's playing. There you go. Cheers to the follow, Gary. Start Watkins over KDB. That one's a little bit more difficult. It's not an easy fixture, that one. Yeah, Walker, the latest casualty of the early City team news. Got about 10 minutes till the deadline. Hopefully for you guys, we do get some Alvarez news. I know a few of you have been asking about that, so let's see what we can get from that one. But like I said, keep the likes flowing in, keep the questions flying in, keep the subscriptions flying in as well, guys. We are absolutely cooking today. And if we could hit 5,000 by the end of the year, that would be absolutely immense. Yep, KDB is benched. Kanji starting, yeah, that would be that would be it. What was my plans? FPL Cam has asked. I'm taking a -4 this week. We brought in Doherty and Foden, Gordon out, and Colwell out. Need a 1 week punt on a midfielder. What do we think? A 1 week punt. Maybe Ross Barkley if it's just a 1 week punt, my friend. They've got Sheffield United, so yeah, that would probably be my 1 week punt there. Who else has got a good fixture this week? I mean, Foden, if you can afford him. Palmer, if you've got a 1 week punt. Big Willie's got Bournemouth at home. Jota. There's a couple. There's a couple for you. Neto, maybe. No worries, Paul. As always, like I said, we try to answer as many questions as we can in these streams. Thank you for coming by. Massively appreciate that. Foden or Darwin, who's more essential? I'd probably say Foden at the moment. Start Estepinian or Walker? I mean, Walker's bench, so obviously I'd go Estepinian. Oliver Russell says, rate 1 to 10. Martinez, Walker, Saliba, Porro, Jota, Saka, Foden, Palmer, Maddison, Watkins, Haaland. It's pretty strong, bar the Walker. Obviously, the news now that he has been benched. That is the news that we are getting, that Walker is benched. Haaland's playing, Foden's playing, KDB benched for this early kickoff. So there you go. Do keep the subscriptions flying in, guys. We are absolutely smashing it today. Massively appreciate all the support from you guys. Can you name City team? I can name as many as you possibly can. KDB's benched, Walker's benched, Haaland and Foden are playing. That's all we've got so far. We don't know anything on Alvarez at the moment. Should I take a -4 to take Walker out? I mean, they do have the double next week, so I think he will probably play in that. Do I use my free hit in Game Week 25 to stock up on double Game Week players and then have not to worry about the blank Game Week 26? It is a possibility. I just think a lot of people will be using the triple captain, so just be wary of that one. I only have 3 fit defenders, including Walker. -4 worth it. Probably for someone else other than Walker. I still think I'd probably keep him in for the doubles. Bench Watkins or Garnacho. Probably Garnacho with United being the away team. Gvardiol or Ruben Diaz for 3 weeks. Apart from Walker, need a City defender. Probably Gvardiol. Neto or Garnacho. Probably Neto. Would you still start KDB? My stance on KDB is if you've got a good player on the bench, like a Palmer or a Saka, bench him. If you don't, like me, I've got Bowen, I'm still going to play KDB. That's my advice on that one. 6.5 million midfielder. Ross Barkley, I've said. Neto as well, very hot on him. Juan Hee-chan is back, but I don't know whether or not he'll start straight away. Stones does start as well. Yeah, I'll try Anton, but like things are a bit mental here, mate. I remember you had like a few players. If you want to send it me again, I'll try and quickly look at it. But like this stream is popping. Like we are popping. Like I said, guys, if you do enjoy the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We will try and fly through as many questions as possible. If you're on TikTok and want to have your team, your questions answered, coming over to YouTube is the best thing that you can do. Obviously, the big news around City is the fact that KDB is benched, Walker's benched. Then you've got Haaland and Foden are both playing. That's good stuff. Nunes is playing, Jota's playing, Robertson's playing. There you go. Should I play KDB or Gross? I'd still probably start KDB, to be honest. Who should I start? Estupinian or Lamptey? Probably go Estupinian, David. Who to captain, mate? For me, top picks this week are Haaland and Jota. Those are my top picks. Let's have a look if we've got any other early team news. Obviously, the Haaland one we know about. Anton's team is this one. Probably would do them, mate. I'd do Doherty for Colwell for that minus. And then just hope Walker plays. That'd be it. Get you back up to 10. And if you want to take another minus... KDB as well. If you want to take another minus, you could do Gordon to maybe like Neto, but I don't think that's probably worth it. What team news is there for Liverpool? Nunes is starting, Jota's starting, Robertson's starting. That's the team news we've got at the moment. Bench Werner or Garnacho? Probably bench Werner. With Son back now as well. Yeah. -4 for Gordon and Solanke. -4 Gordon and Solanke out. Diaz and Adebayo. I don't really like that one, Devon. I prefer Jota over Diaz. Should I bench boost Pickford, Estepinian, Garnacho and Gusto? No, not really. About 300,000 Sam at the moment. We had a really, really big stinker. FPL Focal says KDB won't start. Yep, that is what we know. KDB on the bench. We know that one. I'm not going to have any time to rate anyone's team because there's 5 minutes till the deadline and questions are flying in at the moment. Absolutely flying. Tosun or Adoji? Probably Adoji. Adebayo or Watkins? Probably this would be the week that you play Adebayo. Would you have Adebayo in over KDB then? Yes. Come on, you Stags. Yes. Big 2-0 win for us today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Alvarez starts, Matthew has said. Let's take a look at that. Let's have a look. There we go. Julian Alvarez is starting for Manchester City. So the people that have kept Alvarez, you have been rewarded. He is starting the game against Everton. So everyone that's been asking me about that one. So that now means KDB and Walker are benched. We've got Alvarez, Haaland and Foden all starting. There you go. Haaland is starting, yes. There you go. Should I take a -4 for Haaland? I probably would with the double coming up. Starting this week as well. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, we've got about 4 minutes till the deadline. Do keep the questions flying in. We will try and answer as many as we possibly can. But yeah, appreciate all the support you've showed for today's stream, guys. Massively appreciate it. Massively appreciate it. Do keep the questions flying in. Like I said, captaincy pick. My captaincy pick is Haaland for this week. Jota second. Those are probably the only other two that I'd say. Should I switch Saliba with Gabriel or no? Because Drafthound told me it's better to do that. I mean, if you want to go off what Drafthound's saying, do it. But it's one or the other. Like, it's just like that. Is Hee-chan back? He is back from international duty. Whether or not he's going to start is a different thingy. Zinni or Gusto to start? I probably would go Gusto. Trent starting? We don't know. We haven't had any kind of news on that one yet. So, yeah. No news on that one. No news on that one. Will Gomez start? I think with Robertson starting, probably not. Start Estepinian or Cash for Gomez because he's a risk now. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Start Alvarez or Neto. Probably could go Alvarez. About 2 minutes till the deadline, guys. Keep the questions flying in. This stream has been absolutely immense. You guys have been legends today. Murphy or KDB? Probably stick with KDB, man. Probably would. Start Tony or Watkins? Tony. Early kickoff Haaland. Yep, he is starting. Mahatma Gandhi, though, he's up against. Could I replace João Pedro with Cunha and Colwell with Moreno? Yeah, that's an option. I think Moreno, though, obviously, there is going to be a little bit of like competition with Digne now back. Probably 8 Nori out of those lot, Jeff. Here's a positive fixture for Wolves. About 1 minute till the deadline, guys. So I think this is probably going to be it. Like, got to get the questions in rapid, ASAP, Rocky, if you want them answering. Like I said, if you've enjoyed today's stream, be sure to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated by me. As we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Walker or Gross? I mean, now that we know Walker's benched, I'd probably go Gross. Adebayo or Solanke? Probably still leaning towards Solanke, to be honest. Haaland or Jota captain? It's a 50-50 split. I think the majority are going to go Haaland. No worries, man. You have a good day too. Good luck for this week. Probably about 30 seconds till the deadline does close. Yellow's in the chat. Let's go. Big win for us today. Confirmed. Easy. Easy dub. Easy dub. Do get your questions flying in, guys. Like I said, about probably 20 seconds left. So, yeah. Alvarez is starting. Yes, he is. He is starting. Captain Nunes or Jota? Probably more towards Jota, to be honest. No Gvardiol. Very late. 13 seconds. Pretty much right before the deadline. That's a stinger. That is a stinger if you've got Gvardiol. Right before the deadline, he is benched. Pep roulette in full swing today. Pep roulette in full swing today. Haaland is starting, yes. Haaland is starting. Pray for 8 Nori. Hey, some of the positions he was picking up were immense. I can't lie to you. It's pretty fair, some of the positions he was picking up. Gvardiol right at the deadline as well was an absolute stinger for most people. Absolute stinger for most people. Pep is destroying me this week. Pep's destroying a lot of people, isn't he? But good luck to everyone this week. Hopefully we can all have a positive week. Smash it out of the park. Is KDB benched? Yeah, KDB is benched. Is Ake starting? Haven't seen anything on Ake yet. But yeah. Pep roulette completed it, mate. Pep's had an absolute... He's just gone for it, hasn't he, this week? He's absolutely gone for it. I forgot to save my team and then click save your team right before the deadline happened. Oof. That's a stinger, man. That is a stinger. That is a stinger. Right, I think we're going to leave it there, guys. Like I said, thank you for all your support today. Massively appreciated by me. Captain Darwin, 2 minutes to go. Oh, Jake, you troll. You big troll. I hope it works out for you, man. Gvardiol is benched. But yeah. Like I said, thank you for all the support you've shown throughout today's stream. Massively appreciated by me. There will be 2 videos maybe potentially on the channel tonight. 1 definitely. 1 probably tomorrow morning. But yeah, thank you for all your support today. Massively appreciated by me as always. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And like I said, hit that subscribe button.